And CBS 4 News at 11 starts with breaking news. Police are searching right now for a teenage girl who was reportedly forced into a car in Lafayette. Now, this allegedly happened in a residential area at Melbourne Road and Dearborn Street in Lafayette. It's not far from Sagamore Parkway and Greenbush Street.
Police say that girl is 17 or 18 years old and was being seen forced into a black or blue two-door Honda Civic by a bald, heavy-set man with a goatee. If you have any information about the car, the man, or the girl, call 911 immediately. New developments in the disappearance of an Indianapolis woman. 23-year-old Angie Barlow hasn't been seen since leaving a party on the West Side in October. A new lead is giving Barlow's family new hope tonight.
Yeah, in fact, they spoke with CBS 4's Trevor Shirley.
Well, these new developments actually have to do with the grandmother of that missing woman. Sharon Barlow says she recently called police after she realized someone was taking money out of her bank account. Tonight, authorities have made several arrests, and now Angie Barlow's family is hoping this new development will lead to a big break in the case. Authorities say over the past several months, Michelle Brown, seen here, stole almost $8,000 from a First County Credit Union bank account belonging to Sharon Barlow, who happens to be the grandmother of missing 23-year-old Angie Barlow.
We don't know how they got the information they got.
Court documents say Brown told investigators she didn't know Sharon Barlow, but did know the routing number for First County Credit Union and chose that account number at random. Brown was arrested Wednesday when Muncie Police, IMPD, and the FBI served a search warrant on a house where people with possible connections to Angie Barlow's disappearance were staying in Muncie. Along with Brown, police arrested her son, Teandre Twally, Eric Newton, and Marquise Bell, all on various drug and weapons charges, which IMPD says are unrelated to the Barlow case.
Regardless of Angie, what they've done, or at least one of them has done to my mom, is just why?
But now Angie's mom, Christina Kramer, is left to wonder if any of these four people might know what happened to her daughter.
That's definitely something that goes through your mind, especially when all you do day in and day out is just wonder where your daughter is.
She says they don't know any of these four suspects, but she is hopeful this latest development could be the key to finding out what happened to her daughter.
Any glimpse of anything is just more hope that we have.
IMPD says the missing persons case into Angie Barlow is still open and active. If you've got any information that could help investigators, you're asked to give IMPD a call. Reporting at the CCB tonight, I'm Trevor Shirley, CBS 4 News.
It seemed a little surreal. I've been a firefighter for 16 years, but I've never had a gun pointed at me.
Yeah, he's the victim of an armed carjacking, and he's talking about the scary moments that led to a multi-county spree. Right now, 2 people are being questioned while police search for more suspects. That crime spree started with a carjacking in Claremont this morning. The thieves stole a Hummer, then robbed a hotel in Seymour, and then a gas station in Columbus. State troopers spotted the stolen Hummer near I-65, and the chase began.
This is a situation that could have got out of control pretty quick. Thankfully, it happened, in the wee hours in the morning, and there wasn't a lot of heavy traffic out there. There wasn't a lot of pedestrian traffic. It gave law enforcement a better opportunity to respond pretty quick because you had open roads and they could do that. But with the cover of darkness, it also gave them an opportunity to escape a little bit easier than, if it was daylight.
And no one was hurt in the crimes. Police tell us so far no arrests have been made.
Look at this incredible video out of Oklahoma tonight. Severe storms blew through that state today, spawning at least 2 tornadoes, according to the National Weather Service. Those storms dropped large hail and left behind significant damage. The Weather Authority is tracking storms making their way towards central Indiana tonight.
And they could stick around for some days. Let's get straight over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Wright. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, we're getting our showers and storms as part of that big storm system back out over the southern plains, and we're going to see some heavier rainfall coming in over the next couple of days. We've got a cold front sagging across north central Indiana, and as that's dropping southward, that's kicking off some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly north of Interstate 70. Some heavier pockets of rain are out there, just north of Lebanon. More heavy rainfall south of Logansport in Peru, and some scattered showers covering much of Grant County right now. Heavy rainfall along I-69 heading northbound through Grant County. Strong area of low pressure back out to our west, now down across Kansas and Oklahoma, causing severe weather over the southern plains. That's the system that's eventually going to work its way toward us and give us a chance for showers and thunderstorms and waves over the next several days. But we'll have several dry hours out there as well. During the day tomorrow, we'll see some showers and storms developing by the lunch hour. Heavy rainfall is going to be likely for us through the overnight period. Then we'll see more rain developing during the day tomorrow. We'll talk more about that rainfall on Friday and about our chances for rain coming up over the weekend, coming up in the Weather Authority forecast.
See you then, Chris. Stay on top of the timing of the storms with the free Indy Weather Authority app. You can get the latest forecast, track the radar, and receive weather alerts.
Well, 5 meetings, but no less frustration for IPS parents tonight. The parents and community members had their last chance to discuss the planned closures of 3 IPS high schools in the 2018-2019 school year. Now, some parents say they still don't understand why the decision needs to be made so quickly. They also feel that IPS is losing any perception of stability, especially for families deciding where their kids will go to school.
Because we came from a township school and we came down just for her to go to Crispus Attucks. That's why we came. So, you know, it really makes me question, it really makes me think, should we even move? Should we move out? Because it's just so unsettling at the moment.
Now, the administration will officially make its recommendations on which schools to close June 29th, but the school board will not vote on that proposal until September.
The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
President Trump denouncing the new investigation into his campaign's possible ties to Russia. The president took questions for the first time since the Justice Department appointed former FBI Director Robert Mueller as special counsel. He will investigate any Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. President Trump continues to deny any wrongdoing.
There is no collusion between certainly myself and my campaign, but I can always speak for myself and the Russians. Zero. I think it divides the country.
The president also denied he tried to persuade former FBI Director James Comey to shut down his investigation of former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Deputy Attorney General Rod Ronstein briefed the full Senate behind closed doors today about Mueller's investigation. Indiana Senator Todd Young attended that meeting. He's praising the Justice Department's decision to name a special counsel. Young calls Mueller a man of great integrity and is confident he will faithfully pursue the facts. Rosenstein will meet with members of the House tomorrow.
Well, Vice President Mike Pence is standing by his statement that he did not know that Michael Flynn was under investigation when he was selected as National Security Advisor. The statement from the Vice President's office today comes after a New York Times article saying Flynn told the Trump transition team. Well, meanwhile, Pence is keeping up his normal schedule. Today, he spoke at the U.S. Chamber's Invest in America Summit. A commencement controversy, though, surrounding Vice President Mike Pence. Dozens of graduates at the University of Notre Dame plan to walk out of Saturday's ceremony when the vice president speaks. Organizers say the group is protesting Pence's policies during his time as governor that targeted LGBTQ individuals, immigrants, and refugees.
A battle plan for the war on drugs in the Hoosier State. Today, a state commission to combat drug abuse adopted a plan which calls for prevention, intervention, recovery, and enforcement. More details are expected this summer, including an emphasis on access to naloxone, the monitoring of prescriptions, and creating more public awareness of the problem. Community leaders are asking parents on the Southwest side to pitch in the fight against drugs. IMPD's Southwest District Commander says overdose reports are up 64% in his area. Tonight, the Decatur Township Drug-Free Coalition held a town hall at the high school. The resource officer says at least 40 children in Decatur Township have overdosed from an opiate since 2013.
We tell them to run. We do the best we can at providing preventative education and facts, but what we're learning is that we have to change the social norm for kids to make it to where it's not socially acceptable to do drugs.
The coalition is trying to get a federal grant to help plan a door-to-door campaign.
Well, there is only one grocery store in all of Tipton County. It's a marsh, meaning the county is in danger now of losing its only full-service grocery store.
When people throw around the term food desert, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Right, and last week, the struggling supermarket chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and threatened to close its remaining stores if it doesn't find a new buyer. If that happens, residents in Tipton will have to drive 20 minutes to Kokomo, Westfield, or Noblesville to buy groceries.
Even if someone bought it today, it still could be 1 month before they moved in, 3 months, 6 months, a year. You just don't know. I mean, it all depends on their plans. So, but there's that transition period that somebody needs to step up, and that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Now, county officials are considering setting up a grocery delivery service until a new grocer actually moves into town.
10 days and counting until the green flag waves to start the greatest spectacle in racing. Today was day 4 of practice at the track. Got hairy for Joseph Newgarden when he ended up in the wall in turn 1. Newgarden's car had significant damage to its rear. He got out and was not hurt. Tricia Whitaker will have reaction from Newgarden. Plus, John Andretti opens up about his battle with colon cancer and his goal to help others.
Well, terror in Times Square today. What authorities believe led to a driver to plow into a large crowd, and what we're learning about the young victim who was killed.
They're sponges for this type of information because they literally don't know.
There's a renewed interest in etiquette classes, but with a 21st century twist, how it could affect your employment. And pool season is upon us, but a new warning tonight may keep you from jumping right in.
Tonight on Colbert.
The announcement of the special counsel shocked everyone, including the White House. Sean Spicer barely had time to dive in the hedges and cover himself with mud.
All new tonight.
See why more people are turning to CBS 4, the fastest growing morning newscast.
We have a lot to tackle while you were sleeping.
This area is blocked, I-69.
I do want to give you a live look a little closer to the scene.
That CBS 4 Problem Solve the Story could mean significant change to the 911 system you depend on. It's a video really everyone's talking about. You can find out how this impacts you.
Get up to the minute you're up with Frank, Angela, Lindsay, and Rachel. Weekdays on CBS 4 this morning.
Announcing your local Ford store's Memorial Day All-Star event. We're offering big savings on our entire lineup. Now you can get up to $2,000 trade assist cash on top of any other offer. Plus make no payments for 90 days on most Ford vehicles. That's right. Save big on a fantastic lineup of Ford All-Stars with up to $2,000 trade assist cash. Plus make no payments for 90 days on most Ford vehicles. But don't wait. Hurry to your local Ford store's Memorial Day All-Star event.
It's May, and it's time to race into Andy Moore to find your new vehicle. With more than 500 vehicles in stock on our giant lot, you'll find your new car, truck, or SUV at Andy Moore.
Choose a new Chevy Malibu, a new Chevy Equinox, or a new Chevy Silverado. Your choice, only $99 a month. Or get 0% for 72 months on remaining 2016 models.
These deals are going fast, so race in today for your new Chevy.
You'll find your new Chevy in stock on our lot at Andy Moore Chevrolet.
This is CBS 4 News with Bob Donaldson.
Tragedy at the home of the Cubs. A fan who fell over a railing at Wrigley Field earlier this week has now died. 42-year-old Richard Garrity of Wheaton suffered a severe head injury when he fell over a railing Tuesday night while leaving the ballpark. He died yesterday afternoon. The Cubs organization has released a statement saying its thoughts and prayers are with that family.
I looked down on my phone for a minute or two, and next thing you know, boom, like it was like a big old, like a bomb or something like an explosion.
Yeah, terrifying moments in the crossroads of the world. One person is dead, more than 23 others hurt as a car plowed into pedestrians in Times Square during the busy lunch hour. Now, these are images of the suspect, 26-year-old Richard Rojas, right after that crash. He was tackled by a traffic agent. Police say that he has 2 prior arrests for drinking and driving.
There is no indication that this was an act of terrorism. He's a United States citizen and a former member of the armed forces with the United States Navy.
And we're also learning that the victim killed was an 18-year-old girl from southwestern Michigan who was in New York City just vacationing with her family. Her 13-year-old sister was also injured.
For your health tonight, the smallest pacemaker in the world is now being used in Indiana. The technology has been used on 2 patients so far at Franciscan Health Heart Center. The device is the size of a large pill, more than 90% smaller than traditional pacemakers.
Just like any other pacemaker, in a regular pacemaker, the electrode delivers the electrical impulse to the wall of the heart, and then the wall contracts.
Right now, the micro pacemaker only sends impulses to one chamber of the heart, so it can only be used on certain cardiac patients. A warning tonight before you jump in the pool this summer: don't swallow the water. According to the CDC, outbreaks linked to the cryptoparasite are on the rise. There were 32 outbreaks in 16 states last year, including Indiana. Infections are spread through fecal matter in the water and can cause diarrhea, vomiting, and severe stomach cramps. Health officials say crypto is hard to kill with traditional chlorine.
While times may be changing, the old school rules of etiquette have not. Good or bad, smartphones have revolutionized the way we interact with others. These devices could impact your chances of making friends or finding a job if you don't mind your manners. First impressions make a difference.
They will ask, what do I do if I have to burp?
The little decisions that tell a stranger who you really are.
What if I spill my water? Where am I supposed to put my utensils at the end?
And like it or not, they are the rules of the road, especially when it comes to getting a job. And millennials are tuning in.
They're so excited. They're sponges for this type of information because they literally don't know.
It's called etiquette, and it is so important that the Indiana University Kelley School of Business is considering teaching it to its graduates.
They're talking about making this part of an ongoing curriculum. And on the other side, you have your waters.
Renee Weghorst teaches etiquette. She recently held a class at Mateo's in Noblesville.
Anytime that you see a dessert, a salad, or anything else served from a plate, you will always eat it with a fork. If I had to get up and use the restroom or something, where would my napkin go? On your seat. Never put it on the table.
You know, fine dining etiquette is extremely important, but there's more. In fact, the most important thing that could leave a lasting impression is how you deal with your cell phone. Talk to millennials, and cell phones anytime, anywhere are just fine.
For me individually, I know I don't like taking my phone to the table, but I know a lot of my friends do. They'll be like, oh, it's a real quick text.
Fast food place, I don't think of it as a big deal.
But others, like potential bosses, may see it as a big deal. And these millennials get it when someone stares at a screen instead of talking with them.
I feel like you're not important enough, like they have to be talking with someone else. Maybe, just something else is more important than your conversation you're having at the moment.
Cell phones have become extensions of ourselves. It's not uncommon anymore to see people staring at screens when they could be talking.
I was in a restaurant last night and literally everyone around me, tables of families, all had their phones out. And so they were communicating with the phones and not interacting with each other at the dinner table.
Noreen Nowak counsels teens and young adults. She says she has clients who say they are addicted to their cell phones, and it interferes with face-to-face interactions, which in turn can hurt your chances of landing a job.
And that's difficult for our society, especially as employers and people in businesses. You need to have that customer interaction or that client interaction.
And that gets us back to etiquette. If you're at dinner or even a face-to-face meeting, the pros' advice: ditch that phone.
Yes, I have a suggestion for some of my groups to create a no-phone zone. And let's face it, we all want respect. We all want to be heard. If we've taken the time to prepare for a meeting and people are looking somewhere else, that gives me the feeling that, hey, maybe you're not interested in being here.
Now, if you'd like more specifics, go to cbs4indy.com, where we have gotten and we've put together the top etiquette tips, really in kind of a bullet point form, so it's easy to look at. And don't worry really too much about all the little rules of all the etiquette, but do think about that smartphone and how frequently you check it, especially during an important meeting or with a potential boss or even a loved one.
Creating a no-phone zone, man. People would freak out.
I know.
There's no way.
Noreen Nowak said the worst thing you can do to a teenager is take away their phone.
Right.
That is the worst thing you can do.
Yes.
So we're all addicted.
It's good information. All right, let's talk about the rain and when it's going to be getting here.
Some scattered showers out there right now. Those are winding down, but we'll see a better chance of rain coming up over the next several days. And we're going to see some heavy downpours coming our way in waves over the next couple of days. The heaviest rainfall this evening has been well to our north, and there have been some heavy downpours. Some spots have picked up a half inch of rain. So raining rather rather heavily right now from Peru down toward Kokomo, and some lighter showers from Marion to Hartford City on over toward Portland down south, and the Winchester down 27 over in east central Indiana. Right now we've got mild temperatures in place. The high today made it up to the middle 80s for the warmest day of the year, that high at 85 here in the state capital. We're still in the 70s, 73 right now with a southwest wind at 6, but we have had winds gusting up around 30 miles per hour earlier today. Today was our 7th day in a row with no measurable rainfall here in the city, so we're getting a chance to dry out, and now we're getting to a point where we could use a little bit more rain to come in, and we'll see that over the next several days. Tomorrow morning at the bus stop, a warm start. Temperatures in the 60s with a northeast wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely for the ride home from school with temperatures in the middle 70s. Well, this is going to be a wet weekend for us. We'll see some scattered storms developing during the day on Saturday. Some heavy rainfall is likely for us Saturday night into Sunday morning. Then rain will taper off coming up on Sunday afternoon as drier air works its way in back behind the front. But before that drier air gets here, we're going to see about 1.5 inches of rainfall across central Indiana. Watching a strong area of low pressure back to our west cause a couple of tornadoes and some significant severe weather back out over the southern plains. Eventually, that low pressure area is going to move our way, and as that comes into the area, that'll give us that daily chance of showers and storms coming up each day. In the forecast for the overnight period, we'll cool down to a low temperature at 61. Some scattered storms and temperatures really start to fall off after about 2 o'clock in the morning. And the 7-day forecast from the Weather Authority, 77 on Friday, 83 the high on Sunday, and 71 with the showers ending for the second half of the weekend. We'll get back to sunshine for us coming up on Monday, a dry day of weather with a high at 70. More rain is likely Tuesday, Wednesday, on through Thursday morning.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. We are following some breaking news out of San Antonio, Texas. These are live pictures of a massive 3-alarm fire. We're told 3 firefighters were trapped and taken to the hospital. Again, 58 fire units are responding to this major fire. Again, these are live pictures from San Antonio. We're going to keep an eye on this situation. We'll bring you any updates as soon as we get them.
Well, May is National Military Appreciation Month, and tonight we salute Alvin R. Coghill. He is the soldier on the right. He served as a mechanic and foot soldier in the Army during World War II. Mr. Coghill played a role in the Battle of the Bulge, the liberation of France, and other key battles for the Allies. We want to say thank you for your service. Well, it's a special night at the track for our veterans.
They were invited to the 8th floor of the pagoda for the IMS Heroes Happy Hour. Legendary golfer Fuzzy Zeller invited them to his Fuzzy's Vodka Suite. Around 150 veterans were presented a gift. Fuzzy's Vodka and Ed Carpenter Racing have teamed up with the Fisher's House Foundation to help our military heroes and their families.
God bless them. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to be in their shoes. I know they'd like to be in my shoes because all I do is chase a white golf ball around. I salute them. I do. I salute them.
The Fisher's House Foundation logo will be displayed on 2 of Ed Carpenter's cars in this year's race. Fuzzy's Vodka has also released new commemorative bottles honoring U.S. veterans. Well, as we said, the first major crash during the 500 practice happened today. Hear how Joseph Newgarden is doing after the rough incident, and much more coverage from the track. That's next in sports.
Get up to the minute before breakfast with Frank. Plus, with Angela's breaking news alerts, Lindsay's forecast, and Rachel's traffic reports, we'll help you avoid a misstep that could throw a wrench in your day. Watch CBS 4 this morning. All month, CBS 4 is helping you have the best summer ever. Now you can take in the beauty, excitement, and charm of southern Indiana like a local. Tomorrow, Rachel takes you on vacation in her hometown. Wake up with CBS 4 this morning beginning at 5 a.m.
Saturday only at the Room Place. Get an extra 20% off store-wide. Plus, your sales tax back. Plus, 4 years free financing and guaranteed next-day delivery. Saturday only.
Get it all at the Room Place.
Yeah. Chevy Cruze and Malibu are making quite an impression.
Wi-Fi in a car? I like that it has a camera. I can see where I'm backing up.
It's no wonder that Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing retail brand in 2016.
I think I'll be trading in my car now.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Cruze for around $149 a month. Plus, find your tag to get an additional $1,000 lease cash on select Cruze vehicles in stock. Visit ChooseYourChevy.com.
If you love to watch what you want, when you want it, anywhere you want,
Xfinity is the clear choice with this incredible offer. Get internet and TV with a choice of HBO or Showtime for just $29.99 a month. Download the Xfinity Stream app and your content is mobile. Get up to 3 times the speed for just $10 more a month for 12 months. Combine all that with in-home internet service of 25 megabits per second, all for just $29.99 per month with a 1-year term agreement. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Some places charge you $4 whole for a deal like this. Well, we got beef with that. And fries, and pie, and a drink for just $3. The 4 for $3 deal. Now with the bacon cheddar crisp. Rallies and checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
You're going to be hanging out in here, so if you need anything, text me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play?
Use the Chase mobile app to send money in just a tap to friends at more banks than ever before.
You got next?
Chase, helping you master what's now and what's next.
When is the best time to buy a new Honda? Well, that time is now, and here's why.
Every Honda is on sale, like a 2017 Civic Sedan CVT LX. KBB.com's 2017 Best Buy overall winner, now just $174 a month. Or drive home a 2017 Accord Sedan CVT LX, a car and driver's 10 best 31 times, now only $174 a month. And remember, you'll always get TLC, the Terry Lee commitment for an excellent experience.
For price plus TLC, you got to see Terry Lee Honda in beautiful Avon.
Saturday only at the Room Place. Get an extra 20% off store-wide. Plus, your sales tax back. Plus, 4 years free financing and guaranteed next-day delivery. Saturday only.
Get it all at the Room Place.
Indy Sports Central, presented by Ortho Indy.
Welcome into sports. I'm Trisha Whitaker. Well, day 4 of practice is done, and we're now just 10 days from the race with qualifications this weekend. And until today, we had only seen one minor crash when Jack Harvey hit the wall earlier this week. But this afternoon, we saw the first significant crash. Joseph Newgarden lost it coming into turn 1 during practice. A rough hit for the Team Penske driver. And it took him a minute to actually get out of the car because he was a bit shaken up. He was checked, cleared, and released from the infield hospital. And while his car suffered some damage, thankfully Newgarden was overall okay.
Well, I'm feeling all right. I banged my left foot a little bit, so it's going to be bruised, so I'll get through that in the next couple weeks. But totally fine. You know, the car did its job like it's always has. It's a tough break for us on the 2 car with Team Penske. It's not obviously something you want to do, especially on a day like today. You know, pretty nice day out. No big issues. So I haven't even had a chance to look at what happened. You know, it seemed to just get away from me.
So glad Joseph is okay. All right, a special visitor at the track today, Tony Stewart, hanging out in Jay Howard's pit, and he must have been good luck because Howard turned the fastest lap of the day. The 36-year-old driving for Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports clocked in at 226.744. A great day that has been a long time coming for the Brit because he hasn't competed in the series for 4 years.
Like a fairy tale. I mean, to be out of the car for so long and always question whether I'll be able to get back here. This is my love. And credit to the team. The car's phenomenal. Yeah, without those guys, I could never do what I'm doing. I'm enjoying every minute of it, and that number on top of a pylon there just makes it even more special.
So tomorrow is Fast Friday. We'll see what he can do there. All right, today, Pacers head coach Nate McMillan visited IMS, hanging out in Alexander Rossi and Jack Harvey's garage for a bit. And, of course, we had to talk a little hoops with Coach. News came out today that Paul George did not make the All-NBA team. But the head coach said today, before the news was released, that it doesn't really matter to him either way.
You know, we're comfortable with Paul. You know, whether they list him as an All-Pro, he's an All-Pro for us. And, you know, great player. And, you know, whatever happens, you know, we'll work with that.
Well, earlier this May, John Andretti made it public that he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, and ever since then, he's been campaigning to raise awareness. He launched the Check It for Andretti campaign, which is now visible around IMS, with crews wearing shirts bearing the slogan, and Check It for Andretti stickers are placed on many of the cars for the month of May. All of this to help encourage people to get a colonoscopy.
Had I done it when I was 50 years old, there's a very, very good chance that I wouldn't be sitting here. But fortunately for me, I think that we've changed some people's lives. And I thought that I would get a few people to go, and I did.
Yeah, he definitely got a few people to go today during the press conference. Doug Bowles actually called and scheduled one in the middle of the press conference.
Good for him. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
It's incredible to see what he's doing with a situation that is pretty upsetting, but he's making a difference.
He's setting a great example.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tricia. We're back with more after this.
Ed Martin, the only name you need to know.
New Nissan Altimas, now only $170 a month at Ed Martin Nissan. Or buy with 0% financing for 72 months.
Drive home happy in under an hour at Ed Martin.
With over 1,100 to choose from, that's just what you'll do this month during the Make the Move sales event at Ed Martin Nissan. New Altimas, only $170 a month. Or save thousands when you buy with 0% for 72 months at Ed Martin Nissan.
The only name you need to know.
Shop over 4,000 at edmartin.com.
Are you or a loved one having difficulty hearing? Do you constantly find yourself asking others to repeat themselves? These can be warning signs of hearing loss. Don't miss out on conversations with loved ones anymore. For more than 76 years, Beltone has offered hearing care solutions. Our goal is to bring you natural hearing with comfort and ease. Call the number on your screen or visit Beltone.com to find a Beltone near you and schedule a free screening today.
Just like we practiced.
Okay, we can get started.
Thanks. That was fun.
Nicely done.
During the Start Your Own Legacy Spring event, Lisa financed the all-wheel drive Infiniti Q50 2-liter turbo, plus spring bonus at your local Infiniti retailer.
I heard we got that expansion loan. How long before we actually get the money? Right about now.
Is that a drone? It's not just any drone. That is a loan drone. Newest, fastest way to get a business loan. Oh, yeah. Money in the sky. Yeah, but how does the money get done?
When other banks can't deliver, turn to Lake City, the bank known for loans.
Announcing your local Ford store's Memorial Day All-Star event. We're offering big savings on our entire lineup. Now you can get up to $2,000 trade assist cash on top of any other offer. Plus make no payments for 90 days on most Ford vehicles. That's right. Save big on a fantastic lineup of Ford All-Stars with up to $2,000 trade assist cash. Plus make no payments for 90 days on most Ford vehicles. But don't wait. Hurry to your local Ford store's Memorial Day All-Star event.
Final look at the storms that are moving in tomorrow.
Yes, some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Live Guardian radar well to our north right now. They'll be dropping southward overnight, so you may hear a rumble or two of thunder, and showers and thunderstorms will be likely throughout the day tomorrow. Cooler with a high temperature only in the 70s.
All right, Chris, thank you. Join Frank, Lindsay, and Rachel as they welcome Angela Brower to the CBS 4 This Morning team. That's tomorrow starting at 5 a.m. And that's it for CBS 4 News at 11.
Late Show with Stephen Colbert is next. Have a great night.